Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF, bringing you episode 1 of a new Let's Try. Today we're looking at a game that I discovered a while ago. And I really liked the managerial type aspects of it. And you may know that I played a bit of BattleTech on the channel here, and I really enjoyed that. This is not quite BattleTech, but it is a pretty interesting little indie strategy RPG, I feel. I haven't played a ton of it, literally just played like maybe 15 minutes of it, but there's a ton of promise here, and it seems like it's going to be very good. So for something to kind of stretch our manager muscles, as it were, we're going to be checking this out. We are trying a game called MechCorp, made by, I guess, K Song 10. Let's get into it and kind of learn about this game together. I went through the tutorial a little bit, and that's when I decided, like, oh yeah, I need to record this because, you know, it's pretty good. So we're going to be checking this out. I don't know how much I'll play of it. A song game dev. But we will play some of it. Let's go ahead and check out the options. One-click input, rolling text. That was off by default. I don't actually know what that means. Enable tutorial, we'll reset it. Graphics are at full. All right, so we'll leave rolling text off. Let's hit play. New game. Let's see, game difficulty, normal and easy. We'll play on normal. Iron Man mode. Manual save is disabled. All decisions made and losses suffered are permanent. I'm going to keep that on. Show more options, extra options that alter the way the game is played. It's recommended you play the game at least once before trying these. Double ammo. All units have their ammo capacity doubled. Damage roulette. Attack damage is much more randomized. Red fog. Units will suffer attack and defend penalties in proportion to the damage they sustained. That's very tempting to turn on. But I feel like if that's turned on, it's more of a, it's less of a kind of like, if you're in a bit of a hole because one of your mechs is damaged, like you won't get out of that hole very easily, or as easy as you would. Like the results wouldn't be as random with this off, because like your mech can be on its last leg yet still hit a good shot and take out another mech type deal. High stakes, units destroyed during battle cannot be salvaged. That's tempting to turn on too, but we'll keep it off. Brand loyalty, only sponsors mechs are allowed. Long voyage, no resupply between contracts. Rewards for jobs in battle are increased. And mass destruction, mechs, modules, and weapons are cheaper, but all damage is increased. Interesting stuff. So we are not going to turn any of these on after all. I think Iron Man mode will be enough. I like the idea, you know, destroyed cannot be salvaged, but honestly, we're going to probably be destroying mechs left and right. So yeah, let's hit next. Slot 1. We'll go ahead and empty that, and here we go. Okay, so choose the sponsor to start. These are the 3 choices we have. We have Nova Industries, Omega Tech, and Terra Engineering. So let's go ahead and check them out. Nova Industries, the biggest arms supplier in the Galactic Federation. Nova Industries supplies the bulk of Federation force. Their design favors aggressive tactics with exceptional frontline assault mechs. Starting mechs are the Paladin. Combining toughness and versatility, Paladin is an excellent all-rounder from ProTech Industries. It's been a common sight in Federation forces. The Hellspawn, the baseline assault mech from ProTech Industries, the backbone of Federation military forces, and the Spectre, originally designed as a mining mech. It has since found its place as a versatile battle mech, a favorite among privateers and private armed forces. And the bonus we would get for signing up with them is instant access to Tier 1 assault weapons, plus 25% mech repair speed, minus 20% crew training cost. So some pretty good bonuses for sure. But then there's Omega Tech. They're a bitter rival of Nova Industries. Omega Tech is never far from any Nova Industries presence. They boast arguably the best lineup of support techs available. So they've got the Tempest, an Omega Tech attempt to outdo ProTech Industries. Tempest is designed for maximum survivability and attack prowess. The Jaeger, or the Jaeger, the baseline support mech from Omega Tech. Its low production and running cost makes it a favorite for pirates and raiders, and a Spectre as well. And their bonuses are instant access to Tier 1 support weapons, plus 3 power to all mechs, and minus 25% shop item price. And then finally, we have Terra Engineering, a relative newcomer to the galactic arms race. What Terra lack in the industrial might of their rival, they make it up with superior tech. Terra mechs often work best at filling niche tactical roles. So their starting mechs are the Cyclops. From Terra Dev Engineering, the cheapest tactical mech to produce and run. The low cost makes it a popular choice amongst privateers. The Argus, the baseline support mech from Terra Dev Engineering, and also a Spectre. Now their bonuses are you get instant access to Tier 1 tactical weapons, plus 2 shield to all tactical mechs, and minus 25% research and production cost. And this is who I'm actually going to go with, just because I like the idea of having some cool tech and some niche tactical roles, and instant access to tactical weapons, plus these bonuses are pretty good too, plus 2 shield to all tactical mechs, minus 25% research and production cost. We're going to go with Terra Engineering. The year is 3056. Humanity has colonized much of known space. The Federation ruled the colonies with an iron fist. There are those who oppose the Federation. They formed an alliance and war broke out. After a long and brutal campaign, they managed to break free and settle themselves at the fringe of known space. There was peace, a fragile one, until now. A string of incidents has once again caused the tension to grow between Alliance and Federation. These are troubled times. You are a Federation veteran of the war. Your friend, who's an influential figure of a powerful crime organization, has managed to put together a mercenary squad. He asked you to lead the mercenary squad. You agree. And now I know what rolling text is. This came in like a Star Wars, with rolling text on, this will come in like a Star Wars, intro. Damaged mech will suffer a penalty in the form of reduced hull value when deployed. Welcome to the frontier, my old friend. I'm glad you finally decided it's time to come out of retirement. I hope the squad that I've set you up with is to your liking. I have to mention the Syndicate a few times to get Terra Engineering to supply us the hardware, but they came around. Thanks. No need to thank me. I owe my life to you. Wouldn't have survived the war without you. Besides, I may need a favor or two from you in the future. How's life? I'm not sure if you are aware, but things between the Alliance and Federation have been especially bad lately. If you ask me, it feels like there are idiots on both sides pushing for an all-out war. Despite all this, I suppose the Syndicate is doing alright, so I can't really complain. One thing's for sure though, these conflicts will give you a lot of opportunities. Just one piece of advice from me, don't take sides. Anyway, I have a small job I need you to do for me. Take it as a test run. There's a shipment of weapon systems on your ship that needs to be delivered to a mining base on a Stardate 3. The base commander is a friend of mine. His base has suffered from some attacks recently. Help him out any way you can. Consider it done. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll be compensated for your effort. Now get out there and make me proud. Good luck. Alright, here we go, guys. Welcome to MechCorp. You've been put in charge of a galactic mercenary warband. Let's go through some of the basic game concepts. You have 3 primary resources here at the top. Shown on the top of the screen, supplies are used to keep the squad running. You lose supplies when you lose a battle. The game is over when you run out of supplies. Parts are used to purchase certain upgrades and build new units and parts. And credits are the universal currency in the galaxy. You'll be paid in credits when you complete jobs and contracts. The screen that you're currently looking at is the star map. In the star map, you dictate where you want to go by clicking on any position or object on the map. A context menu will show up when you are within the range of any interactable object, such as a location or another ship. It'll show like investigate, quick job, shop. There are various items on the map that you can interact with. A blinking circle means the location contains a contract objective. Blinking circle, like over here. Exclamation point means there's a quick job. S means there's a station where you can buy or sell items. The game is currently paused. You can resume the flow of time using the pause button or the space key. Before you continue, it's recommended that you check out the mech bay, crew, and workshop buttons in the bottom left corner. Alright, so here's just a quick star map of this local area. But let's go ahead and check out what he suggested. By the way, we have 25 supplies, 80 parts, and 100 credits. And it's the first day of our campaign. Let's check out the mech bay. You are currently in the mech bay, where you can access and edit the mechs in your squad. The mech placed in the active squad slots are those to be deployed in the upcoming battle. That would be this green area down here. You can have this many reserves, it seems. You can move any individual mech to active deployment or reserve by selecting them and clicking on the slot you want them to move to. Each mech has a status indicating their condition. Any hull damage sustained during a battle will reduce a mech's status. A damaged mech will be operating at a reduced efficiency when deployed to the battlefield. Damaged mechs will automatically be slowly repaired over time. You can click on the edit button on each mech to further configure them individually. Each mech has a status indicating any hull damages sustained from previous battle. That's exactly what we just read. As you can see, 100%. Everything's at 100% right now. Continue. Each mech has a set of special abilities. In order to use them, you'll need to activate them using power cores. Deactivate a unit ability will release the power core. You can deactivate any ability by tapping on the ability button. You will earn more power cores as you win battles. So that's a pretty interesting thing. We have 1 power core out of 3. So the ones that are lit up, like, I think that's lit up. Yeah, we can turn these off, and then we have 3 power cores. But you want, what I figure, at least 1 ability besides your basic attack on each mech, maybe. And right now we can have 3 abilities total, because each of these different abilities takes up a power core. So it's a pretty interesting approach, and we'll get into the abilities in a bit here. As you can see, though, we have a Spectre, a Cyclops, and an Argus. Let's go ahead and click Edit. This is the mech view. You can view and configure the details of individual mechs in your squad in this screen. You can equip the mech currently in view with various available weapons and modules in your inventory. Clicking on the weapon and module slot will open a sub-menu to show what is available. Every item has a power requirement to be equipped. You can upgrade the mech power unit to increase its power capacity. Equipped items cannot be removed. Equipping another item in the same slot will destroy the item in the slot, so they can't be removed. We can check out the stats up here. We'll see the abilities. There's a weapon, there's room for modules, there's rooms for power units, and can mess with the paint job. Can make it dual, alternative, single. And I didn't realize we could actually change the colors. That's pretty interesting. I'm gonna go with something like that. That actually looks pretty wicked, doesn't it? What if I go with a white color? What color is that, though? I'm kind of colorblind. Is that like this color right here? Yeah, basically. Oh, that's pretty sharp. That's kind of slick. Wow, nice colors. I'll go with that, though. That looks pretty sharp. And our alternative is blue, single. Very cool. And we can change each one to represent that. But let's take a look. This is the Spectre. It's got an 8 hull, no shields, surprisingly. 70 attack, 75 defend. Damage, it does 4 hull damage, 1 shield damage. So if we look at the weapon, this is a kinetic weapon. It's an autocannon 1. It's taking up 4 power for our power unit, which, you know, we can switch out eventually. It does 1-to-1 damage to a shield, but to an exposed hull, it does 3 to 4 points of damage. And that's actually quite high. It's a low number type of game. Has a range of 4 and an ammo of 4. And just by equipping it, I think we get focus fire. Standard kinetic weapon packs a decent punch against hull, but ineffective against shields. So that's something we're going to have to keep in mind. We need mechs to damage shields, and we need mechs or weapons to damage hull as well. In the range, it can move 3 and attack from 4. Then we've got the Argus. If we go back and forth, we can see the Argus has 1 hull and 2 shields over top of the Spectre. But it drops down to 55 attack and 65 defend, and the rest of the numbers are the same. So it also has a mostly hull damaging weapon. Now we can click this. We don't happen to have any weapons available for it, but let's... Should we change the color? Support mech? Maybe green? Something like that. And we instantly have, these are the tier 1 tactical modules, I think. For a module, we have an offense module 1, increase mech's attack by 8. A defense module 1, increase mech's defend by 8. And a hull reinforcement, increase mech's hull by 3, but reduce defend by 4. So that's very cool. And they each cost about 3 power, which we have plenty of space for. So that's the Argus, the Spectre, the Argus, and the Cyclops. This is the cheapest tactical mech, and this has an ion blaster, which if we look, very nice. It does 2 to 3 damage to shield, 1 to 3 hull, only a 3 range though, and 3 ammo, and we get the ability shock attack. A hybrid weapon that fires plasma rounds, very effective against shields, but has unpredictable damage against the hull. So it's very effective against shields, but we can actually put on a Stinger missile. That's all hull, but we have enough hull damaging mechs. We'd gain Cluster Bomb, a long-range tactical weapon that does not require line of sight, ineffective against shields. Wow. Range of 5, ammo of 2. So you can see these numbers shifting around slightly, but making big differences. So we're going to keep him in yellow. Yellow, green, and blue. Well, wait a minute, let's do something a bit different here. You blue, how about instead of green, maybe red instead. And then yellow. Cyclops. So we're gonna leave the Ion Blaster on. If we look at the stats, we'll compare it to the Spectre. It's got same amount of hull, but 4 shield. So it's got shields, it's got 10 less attack and 25 less defend. And its damage obviously is different, and it can only attack from 3 as it has a range of 3. So that's something to pay attention to. Now, and it's using 5 power out of 12. If we close this, we want to look at the abilities for each mech. So we have the Spectre has Hack Protocol. Hack a hostile unit, reduce its attack and defend by 50%, and prevent it from using any ability for the next 2 turns. Aid Protocol, buff a friendly unit, increase its attack and defend by 50% for the next 2 turns. And the Spectre is a support mech, right? So I don't know why I made the support mech blue. The support mech, I will leave it as is. The Cyclops is a tactical mech. So we have 2 support mechs and a tactical mech. So the tactical mech has stasis field. Generate a stasis field which stuns all units in adjacent tiles for 2 turns. While stunned, the target takes 2 times shield damage. Ionized shot. When activated, the next attack causes double damage against shield and has 50% chance to destroy the target's shield entirely in 1 shot. And ion torpedo. A warhead that releases ionized charges, temporarily disable all target shields within range for 2 turns. That's interesting. So I think for our tactical, well, let's just wait. Let's see what the Argus has. So the Argus has System Reboot. Reset the system on a friendly unit, removes all effects. Shield up. All friendly units within the range of 2 gain 1 additional shield. Cannot restore more than starting shield value. And also Hack Protocol. Hack a hostile unit. Reduce its attack and defend by 50%. same as our Spectre. So, let's see here. I'm going to have the Spectre, the support mech, go ahead and turn on hack for a power core. The Cyclops, I love this ionized shot. The next attack causes double damage against shield and has a 50% to destroy the shields entirely. And then the Argus, within the range of 2. Actually, let's do this. Let's have the Spectre go ahead and buff a friendly unit, and then the Argus can hack a hostile unit. So that'll use up all 3 power cores. We might have to change these colors afterwards and kind of form some sort of system. But I think that's going to be it. Now, if we go to edit, we can look at the different modules we want to install. So first thing I look at, we have an offense module. Let's look at the mech with the worst attack. Excuse me. And that would be the Argus. So I think we should give it, the attack module to kind of bring it up to speed a little bit. So, and that's the one that does the hack a hostile unit, focus fire. Oh, focus fire, when activated, the next attack is guaranteed to hit, but will consume 2 ammo. Cooldown of 3, and that's with the autocannon. It gains that ability. So you also get weapon abilities, and they don't count towards the power limit. So we'll go ahead and get the offense module for the Argus. And remember, it cannot be unequipped, so we'll confirm. And if we go Cyclops, Cyclops definitely needs the defense because it's a 58 defense. So let's go ahead and give it the defense module. And then finally, I think the Spectre, it doesn't have any shields. It's the only one with no shields. So let's give it a hull reinforcement. Boom, taking it to 11, taking defend down to 71. It also has focus fire. And the Argus, or the Cyclops, has shock attack. When activated, fire a shot that disrupts target system at the next attack. Reduce target attack and defend by 25% for the next 3 turns. It does not stack. Alright, so that is going to do it for that. We could also scrap them if we wanted. Obviously, we don't want to. Inventory. We have 1 Stinger missile. It's a tactical weapon. That's all we really have in the inventory right now. Let's check out the crew section. This is the crew quarter where you manage your crew members. You can assign crew members to perform a specific role by dragging them into the corresponding slot. Every crew member has different attributes and different roles, and each role provides a specific bonus. The better the crew member's attribute is in the assigned role, the more bonus you gain. The first crew member in each slot will be appointed role leader and have their corresponding attribute doubled. Crew members can be trained to learn special role associated perks, which will only be activated if the crew member is assigned as the leader of the matching role. Finally, your crew will gain experience and level up, granting them additional skill points. So very cool. We have a crew here. So if we just look at we have a navigation. We have a logistic control, engineering, and combat command. So if we want to do someone for combat, Lucius Vance has the highest combat at 43. And I'm pretty sure that's where we want to put him. So let's go ahead and throw him into combat. We can always switch this out. So his 43, because he's the leader, turns into an 86. We get +6 attack for all units, +6 defend for all units. Hal Darwin is the best engineer. We'll put him in engineering. +7% repair speed, 4% research build speed, +4%. Wes Takach. We'll put him in logistic control. He looks good there. -4% supply upkeep, +4% job contract payout. He's got a 74 there. And Leia Wise, navigation, 10%, +10% ship speed, +14% radar range. Now, this is crew training. So anyone we want to train, we can train them in navigation, logistic, engineering, or combat. And it's going to cost 30 credits to do so. And time. I think logistic control, he's only got a 74. So let's assign Wes to logistic. Confirm. So it's going to take 4 hours where he's not in the leadership role, but 4 hours, and he will get better at logistic control. Use 30 credits. All right, so that's pretty much it for the crew right now. Let's go to workshop. Before you can build an item, you have to obtain the schematic and research it. Schematics can be found in various encounters or bought from the station. Researching a lower tier item will unlock its next tier. Researching and building items requires time, so plan ahead. You know, we can research like energy shields, it takes time. Production takes time. All right, so to start off, we can build the Spectre, we have to research the Argus first. We can actually build the support mech Spectre from 58 parts. And we can see its stats and what it brings to the table. But the Argus, we would have to research for 9 hours, then to be able to build it. Same with the Cyclops. Tier 1 modules, we have to research these to reproduce them. There's a damage booster. Power costs 6, increase mech's damage by 1. It would cost 4 hours and 20 credits to research that. And we saw the whole reinforcement, defense, and offensive modules. Can't do tier 2 or tier 3. We don't have the schematics. We can build Stinger missiles, particle cannons. That's different. We haven't seen that. It has a power cost of 6 though. And it's a little bit balanced. A hybrid weapon combining both energy and kinetic weapon. Effective against both shields and hull. Can only be equipped on a tactical mech. Range of 4. Gain ability auxiliary shield. 2 to 3 to the hull. 1 to 2 to the shield. So pretty decent in-between weapon there. And then Ion Blaster would be for shields, essentially. Stinger missiles for hull. And these can all only be equipped on tactical mechs. And to get to tier 2, I think it said we have to research tier 1. Oh wait, we can actually research tier 2. That's interesting. I did not realize that. But because we've kind of don't have much power left in any of them. You have 5 power left. You have 5 power. You have 4. So Stinger missile versus the auto cannon. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of doable. It goes from 4 ammo to 2. But we could potentially put a Stinger missile 2 into one of them. Gain cluster bomb. Long-range tactical weapon that does not require line of sight. And to research the tier 2 of these modules thus far, we'd have to research this first layer. Let's see here. I think it wouldn't be... I don't know, we just don't have the power right now. The only power we'd have is for the Stinger missile 2. We can research that though. And looks like there's 2 slots for research, so we could research something else. Maybe, I don't know if these... Oh, wow, we used all our credits. Wait, okay, wow. So that's how many credits it takes. I'm not going to research that right now. 63 credits. But maybe we can go ahead and research, like... see, this one takes parts. Oh, to build it, right? These take credits to research. Maybe the offense module. We'll go ahead and research that. And potentially I could put another one in. That takes 6 power cost. That's crazy. Maybe we'll go ahead and learn that. 20 credits. So I'm going to save the credits for now. All right. That is it for now. I'm not going to build anything. So back to the star map. We have our contract objective. Deliver the package on your ship to the marked location in the star map. We haven't unpaused it yet. 1 second, guys. Be right back. All right, guys. We are back. So let's see. Okay, we can click where we want to go. We ultimately have to get over here, I think. New Yavanna 4. There's an exclamation point and a shop here, it looks like. A start day 2, a start day 1, a start day 3. That would be the marked location. Is there anything over here? I guess not. So we went ahead to New Yavanna. We'll go in order. Let's unpause it. Let's go. Took 3 hours to get there. So this is something on the map. A new link freighter headed to New Yavanna 4, speed 1.4. I don't know if there's anything we can do with that, but here we can investigate Yavanna 4. So let's go ahead and do that. You have found a disused Alliance military base. There's good chance that there are useful items stored in there. However, sensors show that the security measures and sentries are still very much active. How do you want to approach this? Engineering, disable the sentries remotely, engage them directly. Let's disable them remotely. Success, your crew manages to shut down the sentries, saving you from having to engage them directly. Nice, with the threat gone, you proceed to search and salvage whatever useful items you can gain from the site. You gain the following item, module schematic for EMP round 1. Nice. So that actually played out different than when I first did it. There's more to investigate? This is just an ordinary settlement. There's nothing of interest here. So let's go to the workshop. 1 more hour for Wes to go ahead and get his training. 1 more hour for the offense module. EMP round. Each attack has a 20% chance to stun the target for 1 turn. Reduce weapons ammo clip size by 1. Interesting. Let's throw that in the old research too. 19 credits. We'll make it back with oh, it does show us a little hourly upkeep of supplies. Supplies, you know, are pretty good. They're going to last for a while. But as soon as Wes gets done there, I want to throw him back in logistic control. Everything else is fine. Back to the star map. So next we're going to head to a start day 2. Unpause. Whoa, hostile fleet detected. Looking for target, a pirate, speed 2.0. Wow. What is this? A point of interest. Interesting. Okay, let's What happened? What finished? Offense module 1 finished. Okay. We can do that. Well, 56 credits, we can't do that, but we can start building one of these for 13 parts. Might as well. Requires 3 hours. Wes is still not done with his training. Do I go to the point of interest and run the risk of the pirate fleet? Let's come right here. Oh, Wes's training completed. New perk gained. Wes Takach has completed his training. Select a new perk. Restorative. Destroyed mechs costs 50% less to salvage and is restored with better status. Or a Scrounger. Random loot boxes will be spawned on the battlefield at the start of a battle. Oh. So a destroyed mech costs 50% less to salvage. So if we have to salvage our own mech, is that what it's saying? It will cost us 50% less. And when we restore it, it'll be restored with better status. Restorative or Scrounger? Restorative is more useful, like to keep our guys going longer. 50% less is salvage and is restored with better status. So what do we... So if our mech gets destroyed, then we have to salvage it and then restore it. In other words, I think that's what happens. Versus random loot boxes will be spawned on the battlefield at the start of a battle. Very nice. Random loot boxes. Don't get me wrong. I like random loot boxes. Let's go ahead with restorative. Okay, and he is now a 40 in logistics. And put him back in logistics, then he's up to an 80. Now we get minus 5% supply upkeep and plus 4% job contract payout. Do we want to train anybody? The only one I want to take out right now would be Hal, because it's just repair speed and research build speed. Honestly, I would train him. How much does it cost though? Hal, 30 credits. Yeah, I don't know. There's no budget like that we're going under. It's not like we have to buy anything, but let's just hold off on that for now, I think. Our workshop is going fine. Okay, back to the star map. There's definitely some stuff here to play around with. There's a distress signal, a civilian convoy, unknown destination. Maybe come down and check out this distress symbol. Let's come to a Stardate 2, or let's come right here. Size Cybernetics Freighter heading to a Stardate 1. Federation Convoy, unknown destination. Let's come here. It pauses us, okay. So we have 3 new options. We can investigate. It's just an ordinary settlement. There's nothing of interest here. We can do a quick job. I don't know what that is. And we can go to the station, where the station has stuff for sale and we can sell stuff from our inventory. So if I want to buy an emergency repair, this is a module, I guess. Restore hull to 3 and shield to 1 when the mech is struck by a killing blow. Can only happen once per battle. An ionized round, increased damage against shield by 1. Wow. Energy shield, increase mech shield by 2, reduce attack by 4. Excuse me, might as well sell this Stinger missile. And then I wouldn't feel so bad about putting someone into training. Although, could definitely use any of these. But I think right now, I don't know what quick job is. We are 38 minutes in, so I don't know if I want a quick job when there's a distress signal. I'll go right after the distress signal, I think, rather than the point of interest. Let's see. Well, we could try quick job. Okay, a disgruntled individual is looking to exact revenge on some local thugs by attacking and destroying them. He's looking for help to do that. The reward being offered is 6 supplies. Take the offer. No. I want to go down to this distress signal. Honestly. Item completed, offense module 1. Okay. So we now own one of them. EMP round is being researched. Crew is not being trained or anything. Okay, so we built it. Who could we put it in for more offense? Cyclops is the worst offender. but has that ionized shot. Causes double damage against shield, 50% to destroy shields entirely. I like that, so let's throw an offensive module in there, giving it a 68 attack. Boom. And pretty much all of its power is used up. Now, I'll go ahead and make another one of these, I think. Another 3 hours, another 13 parts. It does not hurt. Or do I want to save? No, let's wait for the EMP round. Schematic research completed. New research available. So I want to build an EMP round for 14 parts. Boom. And meanwhile, we can research like... Oh, let's put somebody into training. Maybe Hal. Let's assign Hal. What is he? Engineering. Let's train Hal in engineering. Boom. Confirm. All right, guys, and we're going to leave it here. So as you can see, quite the intricate stuff. It's not quite BattleTech, right? But it's pretty interesting, I think. So I hope you enjoyed this opening episode, and I hope you'll continue watching and go on this journey together with me and everybody here on the channel watching. We're going to have some fun with this one. I'm kind of in the mood for a sort of space managerial type thing, and that's what I thought, like, oh, you can control your mechs and your mercenary company in this one, and it's, I don't want to say simplified, but it's maybe not as deep as some, but it's still quite beefy, if that makes sense. Speaking of games like this, I may look back into BattleTech, continuing that LP, so let me know if you guys want to see that as well, but definitely going to play a bit more of this one, so I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll join me. So until next time, guys, be well. I will see you there. Much love, peace, and joy. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.